Legends speak of beasts that lurk in the shadows, hidden from human eyes for centuries. Now, some of these creatures have been caught on camera, proving myths can walk among us. Prepare yourself to watch. These are the terrifying beings the world thought were lost forever. Now the town has become a witness to strange sightings. A tourist caught a massive dark shape sitting silently atop a tall tower. People watched in shock as the creature stayed for a moment before suddenly taking off, soaring into the sky. It wasn't any ordinary bird. It was a dragon. The sighting left the town stunned and questioning reality. Some believe this dragon wasn't hidden by nature but may have come from a secret experiment by scientists. It might be taken back through ancient DNA and now escaping into our world. But one thing is sure, it was a sight no one will forget. Nightflyer. In broad daylight, a local captured the dark figure sitting on a tree branch. It looked exactly like Dracula, with massive black bat wings, terrifying everyone. The locals called it the Nightflyer, and the footage went viral. Panic spread as people wondered if it was a scout, a hunter, or a warning of something far worse. Then, in an instant, it spread its wings and vanished into the sky. Historians of the town confirmed this wasn't just any vampire. It was a creature from the town's dark folklore. Now the town fears if it will return. If yes, then what destruction it could bring. Church gargoyle. A strange sight appeared on the roof of a local church, captured by the caretaker. At first, he thought it was a giant bat, but the leathery wings and fierce, unmistakable face revealed something far stranger. This was a gargoyle, the same kind usually carved from stone to guard old buildings. It landed on the church for a reason. Could be to watch over the town, just like the statues do. Then, in an instant, it spread its wings and flew away, leaving a chilling thought. Some guardians are still alive, quietly watching us, and you never know when one might appear again. Tall watcher. A local resident saw a strange figure standing still on a roof. Its tall, thin body and huge ears immediately reminded people of the tall watcher. Legends say it shows up before big disasters. The weird part? It didn't move or disappear. Some believe it's not just a creature, but a guardian of sorts, silently warning people that trouble is coming. Others think it could be a being from another world, watching over humans without ever intervening. Whatever it is, everyone who saw it knew one thing. It was very real, right there, keeping its eyes on the town. Legendary creature. Legends say that the deepest, oldest places on Earth are guarded by creatures we only read about in books. But it is now happening in Serra do Divisor National Park. A park ranger taking photos for a wildlife survey caught a massive winged figure. What he saw looked like a griffin, the legendary creature with the body of a lion and wings and head of an eagle. Watching the griffin walk majestically, the ranger couldn't resist recording the moment. But as he tried to move closer, the creature vanished, never to be seen again. Since then, researchers have been trying to uncover the truth. Has this legendary species really survived for centuries in the Amazon? Or was it just another animal mistaken for the mythical griffin? Jungle phantom. A man was filming a few miles away from the town when a massive bird suddenly flew overhead. It looked strange. Long wings, a sharp tail, nothing like any bird alive today. When the video appeared online, some people thought it was a drone, but its smooth, powerful flight said otherwise. Could this be a species we thought was extinct, surviving in secret? All this time, it's wild to think that creatures evolution thought were gone might still be out there, quietly watching us from above. The sad part is that it hasn't been identified yet, and scientists are still studying the footage. For now, this makes you wonder what other species could be out in remote areas. Sky dragon. It seems remote areas aren't done surprising us, and here's the proof. A man was shocked to look up and see a massive, strange bird soaring across the sky. This was no ordinary one. It had the shape of creatures from ancient legends, as it looked like a dragon. How could a creature of myth still exist in the 21st century? Maybe they were all there in remote areas, and scientists might be hiding them from us. If dragons can still fly above us, the Earth is far wilder than we think. Amazon pterosaur. Amazon hides secrets that have survived for millions of years, and now another mystery has come to light. A wildlife photographer spotted a strange bird flying in the sky. Its wings were massive, far larger than any modern bird, and it moved with a strange, prehistoric grace.
Look.
Soon, the video was viral. Scientists said it looked exactly like a pteranodon, a giant flying reptile that lived during the Cretaceous period, over 66 million years ago. Could a creature from the age of dinosaurs still survive in the jungle? The Amazon may be a living time capsule, hiding ancient life. And this sighting is a strong reminder to be careful. Who knows what can come next? Red Mothman. An old video is once again circulating on social media, showing a mysterious winged creature gliding silently through the night sky. Its eyes glowed bright red.
Another one there, look at. What is that?
The figure looks exactly like the legendary Mothman, first sighted in Point Pleasant, West Virginia during the 1960s. Witnesses described it as a tall, humanoid being with massive bat-like wings and piercing eyes that seemed to glow in the dark. The real fear behind Mothman isn't just how it looks, it's what comes after. Many believe its appearance warns of disaster, just like before the Silver Bridge collapse in 1967. This footage keeps one truth alive, that Mothman's appearance always speaks louder than any warning ever could.
Are they, Nick?
Whoa, it's moving so weird, Tessa.
Strange skeletal figure. A strange sight was caught on camera during a drive through a rural stretch of farmland. A driver filmed a lone humanoid figure standing still in a wide field, staring at the high-voltage power lines above. The figure looked unnaturally tall and thin, with no face features at all. It almost looked like a skeleton came to life, or maybe an otherworldly visitor. What made it even scarier was that locals claim this wasn't the first time something strange had been seen near those power lines. Many believe those lines attract something beyond our world, and this figure might be one of them. River dragon. A fisherman in the middle of the Mississippi River, USA, was filming when the water suddenly surged upward. For a brief moment, a spiky, monstrous head emerged from the river before vanishing back beneath the surface. Many large fish live in the Mississippi, but this head looked far bigger, almost prehistoric. Some believe the river hides an ancient creature, the kind that legends call a river dragon. Werewolf in fields. The night turned terrifying for a YouTuber driving through the empty fields of Chada. He claimed to have seen not once, but twice, a creature straight out of nightmares. While passing through the first field, he spotted a hairy beast with a wolf's face and a human-like body. It stepped forward, then disappeared into the fields. He quickly drove away, but the fear didn't end there. On another road, the same beast appeared again, growling before running off. The YouTuber was convinced it was a werewolf following him wherever he went. And the strange events of that night still remain unexplained. Nine-tailed glowing fox. A camper was resting inside his tent deep in the forest when a strange glow appeared outside. Curious, he stepped out to check what it was. There were bright lights shaped like flower petals. They moved in a slow dance, jumping, spinning, and flowing in the air. For a moment, the camper stood frozen, thinking it could be the mythical creature, a nine-tailed glowing fox from legends. Suddenly, the lights jumped and moved out of sight as if they felt being watched. Maybe it was a secret activity of paranormal entities, or maybe a gathering of otherworldly beings hidden from humans. Biggest wolf. In the Florida jungle, a horse rider came across an unusually large black wolf. The wolf kept staring directly at them, completely still. What made this sighting more interesting is that black wolves are considered extinct. Scientists were puzzled. The wolf was larger in height and weight than usual wolves, and completely black. They declared it as the biggest wolf ever recorded. Experts suggested it could be a surviving subspecies of the Florida black wolf, or perhaps it was the case of genetic mutation. Either way, it's a living mystery of the wild. Goblin in park? In 2020, a man was walking through a park in Nicaragua when he noticed movement near a giant rock formation. To his shock, a small, hairless humanoid creature came out from the rocks. It had a strange, human-like figure, but was much smaller and creepier than a person. The moment it saw him, it dropped to all fours and ran away, disappearing in seconds. People who later watched the footage claimed it was a goblin, one from local legends. However, park officials never gave a clear answer, leaving the mystery of that strange creature unsolved. Lion-wolf hybrid. A man was filming an old building for his project. Everything was normal until he pointed the camera toward the basement entrance. From the dark basement, a strange creature slowly stepped out. Its body looked like a mix between a lion and a wolf. It didn't match any known animal in that area. Some who later saw the video believed it was a genetic experiment that escaped. Others suggested a hybrid animal kept secretly in that building. A few even claimed it might be a shapeshifter. Feathered serpent. A massive winged creature was captured flying over Teotihuacan, Mexico, recorded by locals who could hardly believe what they saw. Its enormous wings and graceful flight reminded people of ancient stories.
What is it? It's going for a long time.
For centuries, people in Central America told stories about the feathered serpent. They believed it was a powerful god of the sky, wind, knowledge, and life. The incident is proof that myths have been real. The legends we dismiss may hold truths, and some of the most powerful creatures may still be among us. Pterosaur sighting. A man in Pennsylvania was casually filming when he caught a strange flying creature on tape. At first, he thought it was a bird, but zooming in revealed the impossible. Its wings, tail, and movement matched a pterodactyl. An animal thought extinct for 66 million years was gliding over suburban streets. This footage reminds us that much of the world remains unexplored, and some species quietly defy our understanding. It's a warning for us that just because we haven't seen them, it doesn't mean they aren't waiting for their next flight past us. Reaper shadow. In Mexico, on a dark and stormy night, a taxi driver saw a shadowy figure standing high on a building. It didn't move, just stood there, completely dark against the lightning sky. The figure had a long shape, almost like it was wearing a cloak. The driver looked closely and felt it resembled the Grim Reaper, silently watching over the house below. It might be there to take the soul of someone inside. It remained there in the heavy rain, motionless and terrifying, as if waiting for its task to be done. How scary is it? Isn't it? Forest fairy. The deepest forests open the gateways to things we were told were never real. This is what happened with the forest officer while patrolling. He saw a tiny creature in a tree with wings. Its body looked like a human being. Its appearance was delicate and otherworldly, a perfect, ethereal being hiding in the green of the canopy. The officer soon realized it was a fairy. Folklore and mythology have tried to define these beings for centuries, often debating if they are guardian spirits, descendants of pre-Christian gods, or even a form of fallen angel. This sighting proves that the world still holds pockets of ancient magic, and perhaps the most fantastic creatures in our stories are simply the ones that are best at hiding. Dogman return. It appears that Mexico is now becoming the home of mysterious beings. Here is another sighting by a local resident who encountered a massive, creepy creature climbing silently up a tree. First, it appeared to be a cat. But how can a cat be so big? Its eyes glowed unnaturally, fixing on the man like a predator ready to strike. There was no doubt about what this was. A powerful Dogman, one of the oldest and most feared legends. Stories of these cursed humanoids exist across cultures, all describing them as ruthless hunters. And now, it seems the hunter has returned. And this time, humans are the prey. Road spider. A driver was on the road when his headlights caught sight. That will make you wonder, do we really know all the creatures out there? He saw a spider crossing the road. It had multiple spindly limbs that moved in a strange, calculated way. But how can a spider be so big? Soon the video was out on social media. People identified it as a Goliath bird-eater spider. Some say it's a cryptid called the road phantom, an ancient species that returned from underground. Whatever it was, that night proved the highways aren't just for humans anymore. Parking goblin. A parking lot worker was on duty during his late-night shift when the surveillance camera captured something that made no sense. The footage showed a pale, humanoid creature running and ducking under cars, moving with strange, inhuman speed and a hunched, jerky gait. Many began calling it a goblin from ancient folklore, while others believed it was a domovic, a dark spirit known for hiding and spreading fear. You'd better be careful. These things aren't trapped in stories anymore. They're out here, and no one knows their true purpose of appearance. Bridge Rake. You won't believe what a tourist captured in Kiev. Late at night, under the pedestrian bridge, something pale and thin was climbing in the dark. Its unnaturally long arms moved in ways no human could manage. People online are debating what it could be. Some call it a skinwalker, a shape-shifting creature. Few netizens insist it's a rake, one of those scary humanoid beings. Who knows what it was? But it was enough to scare the people of Kiev. Locals are avoiding the area, genuinely scared of what might be lurking under the bridge next. Jungle congoraptor. Do you expect to stand face-to-face with a piece of prehistory? A tourist in a remote area was stunned when a fast reptilian creature walked between the bushes. What appeared on camera looked exactly like a congoraptor dinosaur, a species thought extinct. This isn't the first sighting. In the Amazon, trail cameras reportedly recorded multiple congoraptors moving along hidden paths. Scientists are now questioning where these creatures have been hiding all this time. Climate change and deforestation might be pushing them out of their last safe refuges, bringing these ancient predators into areas humans can now see. Backyard dino. It seems like prehistoric beings aren't stopping to reveal themselves anymore. Here's the proof. In 2023, a trail camera deep in the forest caught what looked exactly like a congoraptor running between the trees. Around the same time, another sighting surfaced from Florida, where a homeowner's surveillance camera filmed a small, reptilian creature sprinting across the yard. Local media claimed it looked like a baby dinosaur, straight out of Jurassic Park. From remote forests to quiet neighborhoods, the rise in these strange encounters is terrifying. Authorities are now urged to step in and investigate these strange encounters before these so-called extinct predators hide again. Titanoboa remains. Deep in the jungle, researchers stumbled upon a massive decaying carcass sprawled across the forest floor. When examined closely, the terrifying truth came out. It wasn't a new species, but the remains of a titanoboa, the largest snake to have ever lived, believed extinct for over 58 million years. This shocking find adds weight to recent reports of congoraptors and other prehistoric creatures. It's clear now, Earth's jungles aren't just old for 1,000 years, but they're still home to giants from another time. Giant spider. On November 23, 2023, forest authorities placed trail cameras deep within the Congolese rainforest. When the footage was reviewed, something strange appeared. A massive spider-like figure crawling across a narrow path. It moved just like a spider, but its size was far beyond anything ever recorded. Some thought it might be an unusually large Goliath bird-eater, while others believed it could be a mysterious, undiscovered species. Whatever it was, one thing's for sure: this isn't a creature anyone would want to encounter in the dark. Ocean legends. The ocean sometimes brings visitors we were never meant to see. A traveler on a beach captured a figure in the shallow waves that had a human-like upper body, but below the water, a long, shimmering tail glided like a fish. To him, it appeared to be a mermaid, but people call it a costume trick by a girl. After a few days, a local fisherman reported seeing similar figures near the dock, moving with elegance and speed. It was sure a mermaid. It became clear early sighting was also a mermaid. Perhaps these sightings show that the folklore characters were never just stories. Next time you walk along the beach at night, don't assume the water is empty. The ocean might be showing its secrets. Mermaid sighting. A family was having a picnic by the Riverside when they noticed movement near the rocky shore. At first, it looked like someone was swimming, but as they watched closely, they realized it wasn't a person at all. The figure had a long, scaly tail like a fish and an upper body that looked completely human. For a moment, the family froze in fear. That's when they knew what they were seeing. It was a mermaid, right there in the river. Bigfoot proof. Tourists in Colorado were filming the calm, green valley when something caught their eyes. At first, they thought it might be a monkey hiding behind the trees, but as the camera zoomed in, the figure became clearer. It was huge, covered in thick, dark fur, walking upright with long, powerful arms. The tourists quickly recognized it was Bigfoot, just like the stories they had heard, but now standing right in front of them. For a few tense moments, the creature paused, then disappeared into the forest, leaving the group stunned. Baby Loch Ness. What if the Loch Ness monster from stories appeared in real life, right in front of you? That's exactly what a man shared after spotting a tiny creature in a museum. It looked exactly like the Loch Ness monster, but much smaller, almost like a baby version. The shape, the long neck, and even the fins matched the stories people have told for years. Looks like scientists might have secretly created it in a lab, testing if the old legend could be brought to life. Now, no one knows when this little creature might grow bigger. If that's true, then the day is no longer far when the myths will turn into reality. Creepy creature. A girl shared her terrifying encounter on her way back home. Just next to her car, she spotted a strange humanoid figure standing frozen in place. It had abnormally long legs and arms, standing on all fours like a monster. The figure didn't react, didn't flinch, just stayed still. Its silence made it even scarier, almost like it was pretending to be lifeless to lure someone closer. The girl stopped recording in fear, realizing this might be a demon. That night, a silent road became a place of pure nightmare. Fairy in backyard. In Michigan, a woman got shocked after her home security camera alerted her to a human presence in her backyard on September 18th, 2025. When she checked the footage, she saw something unbelievable. A tiny flying humanoid figure with legs and hair. The being looked too detailed to be a bug or reflection. Some people were convinced saying it might be a fairy, while others believed it matched old stories of pixies, small but fierce creatures from folklore. Either way, something supernatural was definitely caught on camera. Rake in house. A homeowner was randomly checking his CCTV footage when he came across a creepy clip. A pale gray figure was seen trying to jump inside the house. Its body was humanoid, but something was off. It didn't move like a person at all. Its thin body and long limbs made it look like the creature known as the Rake, a scary monster from creepy stories. Suddenly, it moved back quickly, as if it had noticed someone watching. He wondered if it was just observing the house or had different scary plans. Either way, it was a creepy sight no one would want to see at their own home. Mysterious bird. In a forest, a hiker spotted a mysterious bird. As he moved closer, the bird suddenly turned around. Its neck stretched high, and it stared at him angrily.
Okay, that's weird.
After a moment, it lowered its neck and quietly walked away. The hiker had never seen a bird like that before. When the footage went viral, wildlife experts explained that it was an American bittern. This bird stretches its neck when it feels scared or threatened. Bitterns are known for their freezing posture, which often makes them appear mysterious in the wild. Mythical beast. What if the jungle hides more than just animals? A camera deep in the jungle captured something truly strange. A creature with the body of a snake and the upper part shaped like a goblin was seen resting on the ground. As the footage spread online, people commented mixed thoughts. Some believe it was a mythical being, while others think it was something far more sinister. The sighting remained a mystery no one would want to solve. Distorted animals. During his usual morning walk in the park, a man stopped when he noticed a strange duo on the grass. Two unidentified animals were wandering around, calmly munching on the fresh grass. They were completely white and fluffy.
¿Qué es eso? ¿Qué está bien esa nube?
But their faces didn't look normal. Their features were distorted, almost as if their heads hadn't formed correctly. They looked like a mix of two different animals fused together. Perhaps it could be a failed lab experiment, or a hybrid that escaped from somewhere. Parks are meant for dogs and birds, not animals that look like they were never meant to exist. Shore mystery. Beachgoers in Oregon, USA, found a creepy, lifeless creature floating near the shore. At first, no one could recognize what it was. On closer look, it seemed like a bizarre mix of a manatee, a sloth, and even the Loch Ness monster. Even marine researchers were unable to explain what it could be. Looks like a result of a mutation, or possibly a secret lab might have been experimenting with animals. Whatever the truth, this strange creature left a lasting impression, making people wonder what kind of unknown beings might exist in the waters unseen. Worm blob. After heavy flooding in Texas, strange sightings of similar creatures were reported. A man in his garage saw what at first looked like a piece of meat. Upon closer inspection, he realized it was several tiny worms tangled together, forming a creepy blob-like creature. In another sighting from Eisenhower State Park, rangers noticed what seemed like discarded spaghetti on the road. Closer inspection revealed mounds of earthworms lined perfectly along the road stripe. Over 30 piles were scattered across the tarmac. Experts say the rain vibrations may have forced the worms to surface, or that they grouped together for protection. The worms stayed for 2 days before returning underground, leaving an eerie sight behind. Giant centipede. A villager was walking through the arid landscape where he captured footage of a gigantic, multi-legged creature, reportedly over 8 feet long. It resembled a massive prehistoric centipede, or millipede, far larger than anything usually seen. How a creature this enormous survives in the harsh desert remains a mystery. Could it be a failed experiment abandoned in the wild, or a completely new, terrifying species? This encounter proves that the most unbelievable creatures aren't just hidden in the depths of the ocean. They can appear anywhere, even in the driest deserts. Forest cryptid. A group of hikers in the Philippines saw something strange high up in a tree. Their video showed a creature with a human-like body, but a face that looked part koala, part beaver. Nothing like any animal they knew. Locals thought it might be one of the country's mysterious cryptids. When the video went viral, authorities said it was a red panda eating leaves. But there are no red pandas in that area, so many didn't believe it. Whatever it was, it didn't seem like it belonged in that forest, leaving everyone puzzled and uneasy. Nessie sighting. In Highland, Scotland, a lake made headlines in December 2024 after a video appeared online. A tourist captured a huge, dark shape moving in the water, with a long neck sticking above the surface. The creature looked exactly like the legendary Loch Ness monster. How a beast that seems like it belongs in the deep ocean ended up in a freshwater lake remains a mystery. A few days later, it was seen again by fishermen. Old stories say it was a dragon trapped by a Scottish saint. Locals believe it is still out there. Rake encounter. Leaked footage from the Uintah County Sheriff's Department, just a few miles from the notorious Skinwalker Ranch, has shocked the paranormal community. A grainy body cam footage showed a gray humanoid hiding behind leaves. When it looked at the officer, it suddenly jumped and ran away. The clip went viral, and people are saying it's a rake, a scary humanoid creature from legends. Now everyone is wondering, if it was seen there, it could be anywhere. It's time for today's open discussion. Just outside his house, a man recorded a terrifying creature crawling along a wall. It had bat-like wings and spikes on its head, and its unusually large size shocked him. He said its appearance matched descriptions of the shape-shifting evil being from folklore known as the Aswang. After a tense moment, the creature flew away, leaving him shaken. Following this sighting, many people in the area claim to have seen similar figures in different parts of the neighborhood. Now, fear has spread among locals, with everyone worried that the creature might return at any moment. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.